This is from DepEd alone. Opo.
Load.
Kasama po ba dun si Kokoy Villamin sa 677 and doon sa 405 na no records with the PSA?
Yes. Si Kokoy Villamin kasi, umappear yung pangalan niya both sa OPP at saka sa DepEd. So dito, lumabas dito sa PSA na hindi rin nag-i-exist sa birth, sa marriage at saka sa death si Kokoy Villamin.
So yung 677, DepEd and OVP rin yun, sir?
Hindi. Yung 677, DepEd alone. Iba pa yung sa OVP.
And then magkano, sir, itong napunta sa 405 na walang records with the PSA? Magkano yung total
In
confidential?
terms of amount,
Yes, sir.
hindi ko na-compute eh. Hindi ako aware. Ang pina-check lang namin is yung names. Pina-verify lang kasi namin yung mga pangalan pa.
Pero gusto ko lang idagdag, yung amount in question really is 612.5 million.
612.5 both OBP and DepEd. Insofar as DepEd is concerned, 112.5 million.
Thank you. Mela from PTB4.
Sir, just to clarify, kasi yung una nating nasabi, 677. So yung 133 po ba, I mean the rest ng, kung 405 ay nakita natin na walang record, na sabi nyo nga po kanina non-existent, yung the rest po ba, ibig sabihin may record naman po sila?
May record pero maraming kapangalan. Like yung iba, 5, may 10, may maraming pangalan.
And sir, last na from my end, kung pagsasamahin yung mga pangalan na nakalap natin sa acknowledgement receipts ng OVP at DepEd, ilan po yun overall? Ilan po yung hinihintay nating verification from PSA mula naman sa side po ng OVP?
Ang OVP, if I'm not mistaken, parang 2,000 ata yun eh. Kung hindi po ako nagkakamali. I will have to check and double check. Double check ko yung sa OVP.
So sa ngayon may nasa 2,000 names pa na
Mas
under
malaki
verification.
kasi yung budget ng OVP eh. That is 500 million eh. So kaya mas marami yung pangalan sa OVP.
Sandro Ochona from Billionaire TV, then Big Sumintak from Net25.
Sir, may mga nabanggit kaninang kaso, malversation, bribery, plunder. Ito na po ba yung lalamanin ng partial committee report natin na ikakaso or i-recommend from other government agencies na ikaso kay VP?
Well, pag-uusapan pa namin, but ito yung mga nakita namin na mga possible violation in the course of the hearing.
Possible violation.
Pero kayo po magre-recommend nito or paano po yung process?
Siguro kung hindi kami mag-i-issue ng partial committee report, yun ang magiging laman ng committee report namin sa dulo once pag nag-conclude na po yung ating committee hearing.
Okay, so
Ilan dito yung pang KVP?
opo, ilan po yung kay VP? Ano po yung mga kaso specifically for VP?
Wala pang specific kasi ang kanya-kanyang ano po yan eh, recommendation ng mga members sa kanila, ito yung mga observation nila. So as to the final details, hindi pa po namin pina-finalize. Pero ito yung mga nakitang mga violation.
Sir, last na lang, mga kailan kaya natin i-expect yung partial or yung committee report? Next year na, sir? O kaya this year?
Most probably, baka next year na yan. Mga next year na yan. Opo.
Big Sumintak.
Sir, Chairman Chua, clarification lang. Since the investigation of the House Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability is not yet terminated, but you intend to release a partial report, especially on the investigation doon sa Confidential and Intelligence Fund ng Vice President. So, may we know kung kaya kayo nag-release ba ng partial summary report or summary report so that this report can be used by the House Committee on Justice regarding the impeachment case by the Vice President Sara Duterte?
Well, actually, year-ender to parang summary Ito muna yung summary kung what happened in the past 7 hearings, what transpired, at kung ano yung mga nakikita namin na violation. At kung ano yung mga laws na propose namin. Dahil, di ba, yun naman ang lagi nilang kino-question kung bakit this is in aid of legislation, asan yung mga batas. So, ito yung mga batas na nakikita namin. And in fact, kanina, meron na naman kaming nakita na naman na additional. Like, for example, yun dun sa yung hindi, yun dun sa yun sa ng pagselyo. Diba, kino-question kasi nila na baka mamaya gumagamit daw ng mga pseudonym dahil confidential nga daw po yan. So, nakita namin na dapat ilagay na rin para mas clear doon sa mismong Joint Circular 2015. Magiging part din ng recommendation namin yan na kailangan it should bear the true identity or name.
Idadagdag ko lang po, no? Actually, one of the reasons why ang ating chairman is nagkaroon kami ngayon ng summary report is precisely also because there are filing of impeachment complaints. Now, we would not at any rate or at any way preempt whatever is the decision or how the Committee on Justice would appreciate these complaints. Kaya nagkataon lang talaga na may nag-file ng complaint at may re-refer na nga sa Committee on Justice. I think part of the committee's way of respecting what's going to be how the Committee on Justice will proceed and will approach the impeachment complaints is to summarize what we have discussed for the past 8 committee hearings.
Sir, one last from my end. So, meaning to say, it can be used by the Justice Committee in the determination of forms and substance of the impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Duterte, because in your hearing, lumabas din yung bribery, graft, and corruption, which includes in the impeachment case filed against the Vice President.
Yung mga final pong impeachment complaint, if I'm not mistaken, marami rin naman po kinuha nila dito sa committee hearing namin So, to answer your question, it will not prevent them from getting information, mga recommendation dito po sa aming committee hearing.
Idadagdag ko lang, no. Balikan po natin yung kasagutan po namin kanina na that would depend on how the Committee on Justice approach the complaint. So, yung committee hearings naman po natin, it's a public record. It's being televised and being streamlined all over different social media platforms. So, I guess a way of really allowing kayong sa akin sa aking consideration for my personal take on this is to allow the complaint, the impeachment complaint, referred to the Committee on Justice to have its way, how they would discuss that. Kaya nga po tayo ngayon nag-summarize is para hindi parallel while dinidiscuss natin yung mga issues, may mga katanungan tayo, at the same time doon sa kabilang kwarto ay nagdi-discuss sila ng impeachment complaint. I mean, that would, to me, that would certainly be something that should raise an eyebrow para sa akin. So just to be more circumspect in terms of allowing other committees to do its job, mas magandang i-summarize na lang natin kung ano na pag-usapan.
Thank you. Rosalie Cas from UNTV, then followed by Dwight De Leon from Rappler.
Good afternoon po. Question po from our desk. Kasi last meeting po ng inyo pong committee, dumalo po si Vice President Sara Duterte at nag-take ng oath. So may chance po na i-clarify, tanungin ng komite ang Vice Presidente sa mga alegasyon laban sa paggamit niya ng confidential funds as well as ng DepEd. Pero walang pagtatanong na nangyari kay VP Duterte last hearing. Bakit po ganun?
Well, actually,